So I always put extra lights up here when I go to clean my laser. I put this board down so I don't drop any parts. Machine is off. Pull the gantry forward. Nice and easy. I'm going to spray these out with the air hose and clean them with alcohol. There's a camera under here. So I use the wet part, then the dry part. Just kind of clean that camera lens pretty good. Those are pretty clean now. Okay, just put that back like that. Hello over. Next, I'll take this off. When this goes down, it has to be covering that white line or it's going to bump into your camera and jack up your lid and stuff. So I pull those off. This mirror gets the dirtiest. This is number 3. And I try to get him as perfect as possible. This has a notch. Make sure that notch lines up with the magnet up here. Has an N on it. And I just make sure that they're lined up. You want to use your tool here, your hex key. This is where your wood comes in handy. Pull this straight out. Then you're going to want to push down and pull this out. So this moves, just push that down and pull the other piece out. There's a ring in here. There's a bubble. One side is curved, one side is flat. The bubble part goes up. So when we take this out, it's important to keep it seated the way it's seated. You just unscrew that by hand. Don't use any tools on that. That is one direction. So I'm going to dump that out just like that. I'm going to flip it back over so the bubble is on top. Keep that oriented so I don't lose my position. Clean that real good. Use the dry part. And these are the two parts that get the dirtiest. So again, that bubble is up. Just go through, kind of wipe things down. Get you a Q-tip. Clean the inside. Use the wet portion of your rag here. This gets little boogers on it. I'll do that. Okay. Now this is aggravating because you want to put this in there and then kind of give it a tap so it sits level. And if your machine starts cutting and it's creating a secondary line that's burning, that's called ghosting. Most likely this thing is not seated exactly perfect. And you can do this step, putting this back on, multiple times before your machine will quit acting up. So cleaning it can be an aggravating process. So that's back in. This slips right in. You don't have to push the button down again. Just make sure that goes in all the way. The faceplate is out. So that sits back flush. Don't over tighten your stuff because you only got so many screws and one tool. So, alright, so just give that a little snug. Okay, so that's done. Give myself some more juice here. Just clean that up real quick. Right. This goes in the back. It goes over this here. So this is very, very, very important. There's magnets on here. It'll fit perfectly. It will go on sometimes where it's off, that white line will show. That will jack up your machine. It'll hit it. That clearance is very small. So make sure, see, like that. You don't want that. So that's on there. It's nice and flat. The line, you cannot see the line, and it says make sure this line's covered. Right. That goes back there, bada bing. So that part's done. There's a camera underneath here. Just feel around for it. Just kind of clean that real good. Dry it off. Make sure there's no little spots on there. Okay, so that's good. Our filters are clean. You can take the back off, clean your fans and stuff, which is suggested. And then if you have your piece on the front, remove that. I don't put mine back on because you got to clean the machine constantly, and it's just something that I got to take on and off, and it doesn't really affect anything. So you're going to come all the way forward. Get your fingers in here. Make sure my camera angle. Aha. Okay, so if this is on, take this off first. I leave it off and pull this out. This goes in as a one way, straight in like that. There's two pieces on this side, two notches on this side. Give that a good clean, nice wet rag. Go to the dry area. That should be pretty clean. Okay, go on there like so. Make sure that's flat. Okay, and then that's done. Your laser, number one laser mirror is back here. You don't have to clean that very often. Number two, number three. If you need to test your path, start here, then check this, then check this one, and I'll show you. I'll move the camera. And when you test your path, we can go over that. If your machine isn't working right after you clean all this, then you want to test your optical path. Then I just go through real quick. Where's with my alcohol? I'm going to take my lights down because they don't have very good magnets on them. I don't want them falling and busting my machine. Just cheap lights from Home Depot. You get both of them for 30 bucks. These are just magnetic trace. The gantry doesn't matter where it's at right now because it'll self-adjust once I turn the machine on. Do not move your machine. Do not move your gantry with your machine on. These are also lights that I put on the screen when I'm trying to do slate or acrylic. Okay. Then you can clean your tray and you're good to go. That's a quick cleaning. We can do more in-depth cleaning, I'd say like every half a dozen or a dozen cleanings.